to be my lady.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Unique Beats coming to you with a story time. But before I tell this story, Happy New Year's, y'all. Made it to a new year. Nigga, we made it. Making New Year's resolutions still to be the same shitty person that you were all year, if not worse. But anyways, the story time is about the time I got caught in a catfish love triangle. You hearing this right. Catfish love triangle. Boy, this shit's crazy. Grab you some drink. Grab you some food. Blunt if you need it. Boy, get ready. Because this is some sick shit. But without further ado, let's get into it. For the sake of this story, I'm going to name the girl who I was cool with and who catfished me and the other girls. I'm going to name her Tay. So I was cool with this girl named Tay or whatever. And one day we were on the phone, like having like a general conversation. And she brought up that she had a cousin that she thought that I would be interested in. That she told him about me and all this other stuff. And he wanted to talk to me. So, you know, I'm hesitant about it. But I was like, you know, I see what he's talking about. Not going to be me. All this and that. So the next, I think it was either the next day or the next couple of days, rolled around, we talked again. So she was like, yeah, you remember the cousin I was telling you about? I was in the other, and I'm like, yeah, I remember. She's like, well, he over my house, and he want to talk to you and all this. And I'm like, okay, put him on the phone. This girl jumps back on the phone in her man voice and was like, talking to me like spitting game, like as if she was a dude. Like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Like, she was like spitting game and all this stuff. So the conversation lasted for over like 2 hours. Obviously, she was spending some good game to me at that point. But the conversation lasted for like 2 hours. And from that point on, we talked like every day. I already know what the type of questions I'm going to get after this story. How didn't you know that that was her, and what phone did he call you off of? Okay. Back then, everybody didn't have cell phones. We all knew that. Everybody used either a house phone or, you know, that was it. Shit, basically, if you had a cell phone, then you had one. I had one. But, so he always called me, like, off her house phone or off her cell phone. Apparently, he didn't have a phone, but keep in mind, this was middle school year. Anyways, so I was really cool with this girl. My name her Bree. I was really cool with this girl named Bree. And apparently, Bree and Tay had ended up being cool. I cannot remember the extent of how they got cool. I want to say it was through me, but I think it was some other way. But anyways, they got cool. So Bree had told me that, you know, she talked to Tay, and Tay had somebody that wanted to talk to her or whatever, and his name was Vincent. The one that I was talking to was named Victor. So we always was over each other's house and all this, that, and the other. And one night, Bree spent the night over my house, and I was on the phone with Victor. Okay, so I was on the phone with him, and I was talking to him or whatever, and she was like asking where Vincent at and all this stuff, and it never dawned on me that every time I was talking to Vic, and if Bree was around me, she never talked to Vincent. Like, we never even thought of this shit. So I say they ended up talking, liking each other, getting together or whatnot. So a couple months went by. This whole little situation went on for a year. So keep that in mind. Alright, so throughout the months they ended up getting together, like getting to know each other. They was together. And so this is where shit got real quick. Okay. So one day, this when MySpace was popping. MySpace was popping at this point. So one day, Tay supposedly created a MySpace for Victor and Vincent. I mean, the page was legit. It was legit. Like, it had layouts, music, slideshows, all this other shit. Like, even had fucking friends on there. Friends. Now, if you was on MySpace back then, you knew it took time to make your page actually look like something. So she actually took her time and created this page. If that's not a sick bitch, you don't know what it is. But we get on MySpace, and Bree brings to my attention that it's some girl on there that claims that she's talking to Victor too. So I can't. I'm trying to remember how me and her got into it. The ironic part about this whole part is that the girl that I'm talking about, I'm gonna name her Kiki. Kiki is my best friend's cousin, but before me and my best friend became friends, that's the only way we knew about each other. So when she introduced me and Kiki, we had already knew about each other. Like, oh, you used to go with Vic, like da da da. That's another part of the story I'm about to get to. Just keep that in mind as I'm telling this part. Alright, so make a long story short, me and Kiki end up getting to it, like cyber beefing. Me and Kiki got into it, and Kiki's friend, I'm gonna name her Ray. So Ray ended up getting into it with Ashley over Vincent. Me and Kiki ended up getting to it. It was crazy because this girl had caused up so much trouble that she had all of us about to meet up and like fuck each other up over some fake ass niggas. Like, I could not believe that I was actually in a situation like this, but this was happening. So Kiki and Bree, they end up like real deal crossing paths. Like, it got bad. They was threatening each other over the internet, like taking pictures with knives. Kiki keep saying how she gonna slice that bitch up like a fruit ninja or some type of shit. And I'm just like, man, none of this shit ain't happening. I'm into it with Ray. Like, this shit went on for a long ass time. Like, a long time. We was beefing. It was like, if I see you, that's your ass type shit. Whole time all this was going on, like, talking to Vincent and Vic, we was getting so many, everybody was getting so many different stories that it was just like, what the fuck? Like, Bree was supposed to be with Vincent, Ray was supposed to be with Vincent, and then me and Kiki was supposed to be with Vic. Like, we was basically sharing the same nigga, supposedly. So my only question was, how the fuck did she keep up with 4 bitches? Pretend to be 2 niggas with 4 bitches. I could never wrap my mind around it. So, anyways, after all this bullshit happened or whatnot, she died down a little bit. Not really a lot, but a little bit. And so, one night I'm on the phone with Vic, and we're talking, like, you know, having a normal conversation or whatnot. And he tells me, this was like around this time, Vincent wasn't with Kiki, or he wasn't with Bree. So he was single at this point. Alright, so we on the phone, and supposedly this was the story. That he was messing with some girl. He did her wrong, or something happened between them. They ended badly. And the brother had came over there to confront him about how he was treating his sister and all this shit. I guess they supposedly got into it and he put his hands on her. But anyways, confront the boy about how he was cheating his sister and all this. They got the fighting. Now, this is where, now that I look at it, or after it happened, I look back on it, it was like, this bitch was crazy. Okay. So, we on the phone talking. Next thing I know, I hear like a whole bunch of yelling. The phone was quiet on his end. So, I hear a bunch of yelling like, man, I'm fucking sick of these niggas, and da da da. And this bitch brought her brother over here to come fight me. And then it's like the phone, Vic supposedly got back on the phone and was like, oh, like, what happened? All this shit. Like, don't worry about them, niggas ain't gonna do shit. Like, I got you. All that. This was after the fight. So then the boy supposed to came back over there and, you know, after he got his ass beat, got a gun. And so they go back outside. He goes back outside. And supposedly Vincent got shot. Okay. So Vic on the phone, it's quiet in the background, and he was like, them niggas shot. All I hear is like, somebody was like, them niggas shot my motherfucking brother. They shot my brother. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, kind of weirded out. So if I was visioning how this was looking, this how it's looking. Them niggas shot my motherfucking brother. No, I can't believe they did that, man. Fuck them niggas. Like, if I could vision how this was looking, that's how it was looking. Like, the bitch jumped from Vic, Vincent, herself, and play some shit in the background. Crazy. So I'm like confused on the phone, like what the fuck happened. So Vincent supposedly gets on the phone before he gets shot and tell me what was going on. So I'm like, oh shit, like what happened? Vic gets back on the phone, was like, they shot him. We don't know if he made it or not. And all this, like, play crying. Like, legit play crying. It was like, I don't know, like, we finna go to the hospital. I'm like, what hospital y'all going to? Like, let me know. I'll pull up, I'll come. I promise y'all find a way. Da, 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 da. Like, scared. Cause I'm like, I just talked to the nigga, like, what the fuck? So, he's like, I'm gonna call you back. All this when we figure all the shit out. So I'm like, okay, never call back. So the next day I get a phone call and it's Tay. So Tay was like, yeah, he died. Like he didn't make it. He died on the way to the hospital. Then it's, you know, it's like, Vic want to talk to you. So he said, and I'm trying to be a supportive girlfriend. Like, I'm sorry this happened. I'm here for you if you need me. And all this, that, and the other. I'm crying. I mean, like, boohoo crying. Because I'm thinking that the shit is really true. Now that I think about it, they never had a funeral. And it was, like, weird. Like, I don't know why I never really thought about this as if it happened. But it's like, who would fake a death? Like, you know, that's the type of question you would ask yourself. Like, who would lie about somebody dying? Like, that's a serious matter. So all this had that there. So I called. I'm trying to think how Bree and the other girls found that. I think that Tay told them, like, oh, he died. So this thing I know, I get a call from Bree, and she telling me, like, you know, you heard about Vincent. I was like, yeah, I was on the phone when all the shit happened with Vic. And she was just like, this fucked up, like, told you her ex-boyfriend. So she was sad about it. After that, like, me and Bree, we really didn't talk like that no more. Like, we really fell out after that. I mean, it wasn't no real reason to why we fell out, but we just did. Me and Tay, after that, we was still, like, slick cool, but not really. So this, I'm gonna fast forward to about, like, a couple months after that. Like, supposedly, she broke up with me. So Vic was cheating on me, like, having all these different girls and all this and the other. Having me at home, like, dead ass crying, like, why did he do this to me? I'm like, what did I do? And da da da. I'm crying to this girl, like, pouring my heart out, like, why would he do this? Like, what did I do to him that was so wrong? Like, I was there for him, when nobody win. And this bitch is fucking with my head. Like, she mind fucked me for a year, a whole fucking year. And still was my fucking friend. Like, I just so after that we ended. I was cool with her cousin before I met her. So this was like, I say it was halfway after this. So I want to say it was a year. It was like a year after this. So I saw her cousin at this church that I grew up at, been at the church for a long ass time, and they had like a church function. So me and mom go, and I saw the cousin, and I'm like, what's up, bitch? Like, I haven't seen you in so motherfucking long. Like, what's up? And so he was like, you know, hey, you know, we happy to see each other, like, we talking and all this. So I asked him, like, hey, have you heard from Tay? Like, I haven't heard from him in, like, a long ass time. It's like the bitch dropped off the face of earth. He was like, you know, nah, I haven't heard from her and all this. So I asked about Vic just to be funny. Like, I had already, let me say this, I had already put it together that it was fake. In my head, like, I already knew that it was, I wouldn't say I put it together that it was fake. I put it together like it was some fishy shit going on, like, somewhere right. So I was just like, whatever. So I asked about Vic just to be on some funny shit. But the way his facial expression was and his body language, it was reading off as like he knew what was going on. So it was more of like you was in on the shit type thing. It was just weird. I can't really explain like what the vibe was, but it was like awkward for a minute, and then like he laughed it off and was like jumped to another conversation, and it was just like, okay, I'm not gonna ask about the shit no more, but whatever. So we gonna fast forward a couple years after that. Okay, now this part is kind of funny, but it's I couldn't believe shit happened. So, okay, around the time I was working at this job, I'm not going to say the name of the place, but I was working at this place. And one day, I was walking to the bathroom by myself, and I so happened to keep seeing this girl. And I kept wondering, like, you look so familiar. Like, we kept making eye contact, like, looking at each other, like, where do I know you from? And it never clicked onto me until I walked past her again, and we was, like, staring each other down, like, damn, I know you. And she said, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, where you know me from? And the moment she said it clicked, the moment I heard her voice, I was like, bitch, I know you know me. I know you know me. So I was like, where do you know me from? Like, laughing because I had already put two and two together. Like, oh, shit, this the Tay bitch. Like, she look different. She like a little boy. So I'm like, where you know me from? She's like, what's your name? And I was like, Faye. And so she was like, yo, she's like, girl, I haven't saw you in so long. And all this, I didn't know who you were. Bitch, please, you knew who I was. Don't do that. You knew exactly who I was. How you ain't gonna know who the fuck a bitch that you catfish for a whole year, you ain't gonna know who the fuck she is? Houseway, you know who it was. The gag is, the bitch was embarrassed, and she didn't want to call out the fact that she knew me in front of her girlfriend because she didn't want to have to explain the fucking situation. She probably never told nobody else about it. So crazy that the girl ended up being gay. I honestly think, now that I think back on it, that the only reason why she was catfishing me and the other girls was to get close to females, period. Like, that's my only logical, that's the only way I can really justify the situation. It ain't even justifiable, but that's the only logic I can form in my head to why she would do something like that. Like, why? So, ironic part about this is the fact that years later, me and Ray ended up crossing paths again, and that ended up being my girlfriend. So, time me and her was together when I saw Tay in my job. So, I go on break and was like, babe, you not gonna fucking believe who worked with me. She was like, who? I'm like, Tay. Because we was just talking about this like a couple days before I saw her. That was weird. But I was like, Tay, the bitch tried to act like she didn't know who I was. She cracking up like she knew who you was. She was just embarrassed, saying the same thing that I was saying. Anyways, I should have asked about Vic just to be on some funny shit because, of course, we older now, years later. We all know the extent of this situation, that it was fake. So, I told y'all in the beginning that Kiki was my best friend's cousin. So, when I met my best friend in 9th grade, she had, you know, once we got real cool, started hanging out with each other, she introduced me to her cousin. And so, she was like, Kiki, this is my best friend, this is Kiki. And we looking at each other like, we know. I told her, like, I know your cousin. She was like, you used to go with Vic. Like, right off the bat. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm not wondering if she know that she was fake. I'm guessing she haven't figured that shit out yet. Like, that haven't came to her yet. So, you know, it was like a little animosity. But after a while, like, I think she had already, like, figured it out, like, the shit was fake. But it's like, I guess it's, all of us got cool. We was talking about it one night and we was joking. And I was like, yeah, girl, I been off that shit. I been knew that the bitch, that shit was fake. I had already figured it out. We laughed about it and it was done after that. But, I mean, I really want to know if this girl sees this video, if you watch this, if you subscribe to me, whatever. Because I know we're friends on Facebook. If you see this, just riddle me one thing. You can drop it in my inbox. Whatever. Comment on the video. I don't give a fuck. What was your motive? One, how the fuck was you able to keep up with 4 different females and act like 2 dudes? Like, what possessed you to do this? Like, I just want to know. But I hope y'all got a good laugh out of this. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time because I know I got a good laugh out of it. Back then, I could not laugh about this. Like, it was more so how and why. But, girl, you was real cute. You tried it. You played yourself. I mean, you played us, obviously. Had us about to fight over some fake-ass dudes and cut each other up when you was just getting a kick out of the shit, bitch. Like, you was real. She was real cute. Real cute. But hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share this. And I'm out. Peace.
Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up